I hate this level. So my grand total of attempts is 4840. For a level like this, honestly, it's not the best, but I'm just glad I never have to play this again because this is currently one of my least favorite levels in the game. So yeah, at least it's done now. Screaming by xSlendy. I found this level through Zironium's second channel. Zironium's second channel has kind of served as a way for me to figure out about really cool unknown extreme demons that I could potentially play. This level really caught my eye because I was a really big fan of the song, and the deck was really cool, and honestly I thought the gameplay looked pretty fun. It also didn't look super hard at a first glance, so I thought I could knock it out pretty easily since I started school this past Monday. I thought it'd be a great level to give a shot since I haven't really played the game since I beat the Moon Below. So yeah, I thought I'd give the level a shot and just see how it goes. I'm gonna preface this by saying I do not mean any disrespect towards xSlendy or the playtesters or the verifier of this level. I am going to absolutely rip into this level. I did not enjoy this, and I do not want my anger to be vented toward these people because I know there was work put into this level, but oh my gosh, I hated this level from start to end. Picking up this level, learning this was not fun. I found the level very awkward to play. I really only enjoyed 70 to 100, and then once I started learning before that, the entire level just became a drag from start to finish, mostly because it's all so awkward. It's all so weird, and there's so many bad transitions, but I'm gonna get into that in a second. I'm gonna start off with the pre-drop. The pre-drop is where I learned that this level is a lot harder than I was expecting it to be. Oh my gosh, that first robot kicked my ass. I'm just gonna say it's mainly a me thing. I just hate robots like that. I hate overly precise robots where every click and every release is like ultra specific and all of it matters a ton, and I hated it. I hate stuff like that. Like, it's just not fun. It was just incredibly tedious and incredibly annoying, and I never liked playing it, especially not whenever I first started playing the level. God, it made me so mad, but that's mostly a me thing. I just do not like robot gameplay like that. The rest of the level is where my issues start to become a lot more apparent. Moving into 17 to 44%, this was my least favorite part of the level solely because of the god-awful transition at 35%. I truly cannot name another transition that is nearly as bad or as RNG as this transition. So the way that it works is you come out of the wave and you can fall pretty much anywhere above or below the UFO portal, mind you. There are invisible teleport portals that teleport you into the UFO portal, which you'd think would be a good thing, but whenever you fall out of the UFO portal as the UFO, you carry that momentum that you had with the wave, meaning that you're launched down at a 45-degree angle into the damn spike right out of the transition. It is completely luck-based. Because you go into the transition different every time, you don't really have enough time to react to how the UFO is. You basically just die to it for no reason. And I really don't understand how that transition made it through playtesting and the verification, because for me, that transition never got a lick of consistency for me. It's just a terrible transition. I really don't understand why that was left in the level, because oh my gosh, that is awful. And I'm not even mentioning the transition into the wave. That UFO click at 30% is arguably just as bad, mainly because unlike almost every other click in this level, it is not synced to the music at all. It's a random off-sync click that is absurdly difficult for no reason. I would just die to it constantly because my brain, following the rhythm of the music, wants to click on the beat, but unfortunately, you can't do that for that click, so I would just die to that transition all the time. Just bad transitions are a very big trend with this level. They're gonna make a reoccurrence. I'm sorry in advance. 17 to 44 doesn't even just include those bad transitions though, because oh my gosh, I just hated the gameplay. Like, despite the fact that the click patterns are very satisfying and they were synced to the really intense parts of the music, it was so frustrating because I felt like I died to everything and nothing at the same time. I felt like I was losing deaths to the stupidest stuff, and it's mainly because the difficulty of this part is carried by little saw blades and not the structures themselves. There were little saw blades scattered all over this part that would kill me, and it just felt like a kick in the nuts because I'm not dying to the stuff I can see. I'm dying to the invisible saw blades or the transparent saw blades that are sitting in the middle of the part solely to add artificial difficulty. It's such bullshit. I hate artificial difficulty like that. If you want to make your level harder, structure it to be harder. Don't just add saw blades. That's just fucking stupid, man. I'm sorry. Again, I don't mean any disrespect toward the playtester's verifier or xSlendy himself. Just, that's so dumb. I hate stuff like that. 44 to 70, I actually enjoyed a fair amount. It wasn't too bad. It got better as time went along. I didn't like it at all at first, but it was the only part of the level to get a lick of consistency for me. However, it still filled to the brim with bad wave transitions. This level loves bad wave transitions. Specifically, there are two clicks in 44 to 70% where there's a wave portal and a robot portal immediately following it, where you have to click as a wave and then click as a robot. The problem with this is you would enter the wave portal different every time, meaning you would have to hold for a different amount of time every time you went into the wave portal, meaning that basically it was just RNG. Again, bad transitions. This level loves bad transitions. I hated these clicks. They were so frustrating, and they felt like they never got consistent, which is a trend with this level. Besides the wave transitions, this part was actually kind of fun. The robots were pretty hard, but they were really satisfying to get down, and overall, this part of the level actually wasn't too terrible. 70 to 100%. Now, this is just where the level completely falls apart for me, because at first, this was the easiest part of the level for me, and honestly, it still probably is the easiest part of the level, because the gameplay itself isn't very hard. But 71%, 74%, 75%, and 84% are all, say it with me guys, awful transitions. I really cannot wrap my head around why they made the transition into the 70% part the way they did. The way the 70% transition works is you have to hit a yellow orb in a very specific way to get into the parts, and if you don't, you can hit it, go up, and the next pink orb will just kill you no matter where you time it. It's just a terrible transition. Again, I don't know how this made it past playtesting, but it did, and it was just, I hated dying there from runs and from zero. And the bad transitions don't end there, because the wave transitions at 74, 75, and 84% were just as bad, if not worse. Specifically 74 and 84%. It was just straight luck based. I would just click 3 times to the music and hope my wave didn't hit the top of the bottom. Because again, the transition is straight up RNG. I realize that I'm rambling, and whenever I get angry like this at a level, it's really hard for me not to ramble, so I'm just going to try to sum up my thoughts right here and right now. I did not enjoy this level. I hated every single wave transition in this level. Pretty much all of them are absolutely awful. Not to mention the couple choke points in there, like the 37% ball click, or the waves that are actually pretty hard themselves, not even mentioning the freaking transitions into them, as well as random clicks in the parts that would just be absurdly difficult for no reason. This level just feels like a massive disappointment. Like, this level has some pretty good base gameplay, but oh my gosh, it just doesn't feel like it was playtested enough. I know there was playtesting that went into this level, and again, I'm not trying to diss the playtesters or the verifier of this level, but this level needed a lot more work in my opinion. There's a lot that can be fixed with this level. This is a potentially really good level that's just completely ruined for me by awful transitions and terrible choke points. And it's really sad because I really wanted to like it, because I know a lot of people do enjoy this, but just for me, I hate bad transitions and I hate dying to things that don't feel like my fault. And most of this level felt like I was dying to things that didn't feel like it was my fault. So currently, this is one of my least favorite levels in the game. This experience was terrible from start to end. I am so glad I never had to play this again. Like, I really cannot describe the feeling of dread I had going into this level today. It matched the feeling that was already gave me whenever I was going for that level. It wasn't as bad as No over Yatagarasu for me, but God, this level is just awful, and I hated it. And I'm so sorry, but that's my opinion. Well, now that I'm done ranting, as for the difficulty, I don't really know where it is exactly. It's around Wild Rose in difficulty. Harder or easier, I'm not 100% sure. I'll decide that later. But if you cannot get consistent with the wave transition in this level, don't go for it. Don't do it to yourself. If you're interested with the level and you think you can handle the transitions and get consistent with them, go ahead and give it a shot. But personally, I really wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, that's all I got.